Hey team, welcome back to chapter 14. Looks like we don't have a whole lot left to do. There's just a few guys back here, and then this guy, and then we're pretty much done with this chapter. So let's clean it up. Let's get to work. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have Marcus visit this village. I think that's prudent of us. Alright, so we got a new unit from that village. Her name is Priscilla, and honestly, she's like if Sarah was... she's like the improved version of Sarah, except you'll notice that at, I think, about almost the same level, Priscilla has twice the magic, about the same speed, better stats overall, and she's got a horse, so she can reach people easier. I personally like Priscilla a lot more than Sarah, but they're both useful because they both have a utility that's not exactly a common thing to come by, especially in the early game. So, we might use both, we might use one, who knows, but happy we have her on the team. That being said, I think Lowen and Urk should deal with this guy. I think the best way to do that is to have Lowen start it off, since he won't take any damage on the counterattack. And then have Urk hit him from back here, so that he also won't take any damage on the counterattack. I think that's a good strategy. And then we can have Sarah visit the village, since she has nothing else really to be doing right now. Because, like, if I try to send her to heal, she'll get whomped by this kid, and I don't want that. So we're just gonna have her visit the village really quick. Yeah, Marcus Louse is a turd. Like, he honestly just is the worst. It's a pretty good chapter that you get to kill him in, and I'm looking forward to it. I just like killing Darren. Here we got an iron blade in that house. There are certainly worse items in the game. I think I've got somebody lined up that's going to make pretty good use of this later. No, it's not Sarah. Okay, we're moving through this chapter a lot quicker than I think I normally do. Normally it starts raining by now. But I feel like I'm way overfeeding Hector, but also I think if I just put him right here with the wolf bale, he can get some good work done. And then we can find something else that's a little more equity-minded for the rest of these guys. I guess just move everybody forward some, so that we can keep up. I honestly think that Hector is going to be able to take the boss, though, right now. Like, right now. These two are doing fine. There's nothing really for them to be doing right now, so we'll just leave them alone. Yep. Yeah, Eric's gonna ask for reinforcements, and then he's not gonna get any because his dad is a jerk. Because Darren sucks as a person. He just lets Effidel sweet talk him, and it's not even like high tier sweet talking. I promise. I've experienced and delivered some high tier sweet talking, and Effidel's like barely trying. I got to assume. Like, he just decides that based on this, he's gonna up and leave his child to get brutally defeated by the player units. It's like, I'm just upset. Like, this is probably the big issue that I have with FE6, or FE7, I mean. that just bothers me is that the writing is so, I don't want to say lackluster, but at the same time it's kind of silly. Like, there's a lot of things that rational people would not do that it relies on them doing. Alright, there's Eric. Here he comes. He's blue hair for some reason. He has a special conversation with Hector. Good job. This guy actually does way more damage than I was expecting. It's probably because of the silver lance. Good job, Hector. It's a good hit. We can probably give that to just about anybody else now, since Hector did so much damage on that hit. Oh, God. Okay. So right now it is raining. That's what that means. Hannah warned us about this, and in every chapter with weather conditions, there will be somebody to warn you of the change in weather conditions. So it's not like a quote-unquote cheap mechanic or anything like that, but it is a little annoying, because as you can see, even with flying units, it cuts their movement way, way, way down. And I'm trying to, you know, get work done, so it's rather inconvenient. On the plus side, it cuts enemy movement as well, so I can move in closer to these guys without feeling as much fear, but also it means I can't, you know, move Priscilla up there to heal, and I can't get Marcus up and around to do Marcus things, you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and send him to the left to flank, though. I know flanking isn't exactly like a huge deal in this game, but also it's... I want to. I trust Elliewood. He can do it. Are you? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. That's not good at all. Elliewood, I trusted you. I could give it to Hector, I guess. It's on the list of things that are options. I can't give it to Rebecca. That's by religion, I can't give it to Rebecca. Fine, do it. Oh, man. To preserve Elliewood's life, we do what we must. And we don't actually kill Eric. We just kidnap him. We have a nice little cutscene of interrogating him, and that's why he's still in FE6. Oh, God. My Hector is really not good. Like, he's honestly just not doing well. It's kind of upsetting. Oh, of course you can... Of course he can reach me. Why wouldn't he be able to reach me? That would be silly if he couldn't. 14, 8. He actually... No, because of the weapon triangle, he can't kill Elliewood. So I can totally leave this guy alone. I don't have to fight him. And it's probably better if I don't. Because if I do fight him with Guy can get picked off by the Nomad. So I don't, that's why I didn't do that. This guy could reach Lowen there, but those guys can't. It would just be you and you. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip Lowen's sword. I don't think he needs a vulnerary. He's got way too much defense for that, to waste that. Yeah, those Pegasus Knights did spawn last turn, but I didn't even mention them, I don't think, because they're enemy Pegasus Knights. Like, if any further... Oh, wow. You take him out, Elliewood. Holy cow. If you need any further justification as to why I'm not concerned with enemy Pegasus Knights, then... Oh, never mind, they have Slim Lances. I should have checked their inventory. How about that? It's fine, though. It's not a huge deal, because it's a Slim Lance. You know, it's not going to do too terribly much damage. That I'm also not worried about, because Lowen's a beast. On a forest. Although I'm surprised that No, because he can't reach. That's why he didn't do anything. Over here, I don't want to give Bartray kills, so we're going to let Dorcas do this. Can it please be good? Oh, shoot, it actually kind of was. Look at Dorcas go. What happened to Dorcas? Okay, the reason I'm not super concerned with enemy Pegasus Knights is this right here. Because he's using a Slim Lance, it's not an issue, and now he actually is like a wee bit scary. But only a little bit, you know, because you don't have any vulneraries. How much damage did that guy do again? 4? With some crit chance, so I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah, because with any weapon that's not that Slim Lance, they're going to get doubled every day of the week because they just don't have the con to not have their abysmal speed cut to shreds by it, you know? Like, they physically do not have the mass to not get their stats cut by lances that aren't slim, so they're not exactly high on my enemy list. I'm gonna let Rebecca do this because I don't want to risk Eliwood. I realize that the risk is low, but at the same... Oh, look at that, Rebecca. Well done. I realize that the risk is rather low, but at the same time, why take it when you don't have to, you know? Him and Guy are both lower than I'd like right now, so... Alright, this might be stupid. Hang on, it's definitely stupid. Hang on. What is your hit chance looking like? 86, avoid a 15, 35 on the forest. So he has a pretty good chance of hitting Urk. If I do that. I guess in that case, we rescue Sarah with Urk and then just continue to have Lowen choke this point. Not a whole lot of other ways to do this that I'm aware of. Let's just see what happens here. Okay. Of course he's the one that hits. Lowen will be fine even with that. I just wanted to see if I couldn't cut a source of damage before end phase, or before enemy phase. Eliwood definitely needs to not be involved in further combat. Honestly, Guy too probably shouldn't be too involved. We'll get a warning again before the rain cuts out. I think until then I'm not going to worry too terribly much about trying to get people out of the way. I'll just leave everybody where they are. And we'll just see how it goes. That's what I was expecting to happen. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. But I'm happy that happened, so it's all good. Everything seems to have worked out. Because Lowen is a monster. Okay, this I'm not too terribly worried about. Except that is a little off-putting. Because that was kind of... I was hoping you would dodge that. Alright, so he's going after the tent. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. Oh! Okay. Shoot. I was hoping that warning was gonna come later, you know? Excuse me? Alright, you can't reach, but you can! Not really. Shoot. Come over here. Never mind. The rain sucks. The enemy phase will still have a turn of rain before they go back to having full movement. The enemy will still have a turn's worth of rain to deal with. What does your speed look like? and you lose 1 effective speed. You have 2. He has 5. So you won't get doubled. They have 1 more turn of not really being able to move at all. Just going to cop some XP for Hector with that hand axe. And also so that he's not actively equipping the Wolf Bale anymore. And then Oswin can pull that guy so that we can take care of him on enemy phase. Not a whole lot that can be done here. And it kind of all hinges on Lowen trucking this kid. Because Urk really can't. Like, really cannot be relied on to do that. You have 2 defense. He does 10 damage. So even if you did double, you'd be fine. Okay, okay, okay. We're going to try this. Please don't miss. Thank you. We're going to try this. I think this is going to work out. I think we're almost done with this chapter. We are almost there. That's okay. I'm okay with him getting a bit more speed, especially under these circumstances, so... you are the main concern. Ooh, Lowen's got to just hit this shot. This is it! Okay, yes, we're going to be fine. Lowen hit that shot, so we're going to be okay. We're going to be alright. Got strength again! Holy cow! This is totally unprecedented how good he is right now. Alright, so that's going to happen. The rain's going to give out, and I'll have full movement range again. Yeah, we're going to finish this chapter on the next turn. I promise. I'm going to get these two in a position that so that once they have their full movement, they can bust up that Pegasus Knight together. You didn't have to dodge it, but I'm okay. Really, Oswin? Buddy? It's going to be hard to murk him now. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, but it's alright. I'm happy that Urk actually hit. He didn't have to, I had a strat. But the fact that he did hit makes things better. Alright, we can win this turn. I believe in us. I believe in us as a team. That we can win on this turn. Can you hit a hand axe, please? Alright, now we can win on this turn. I was bluffing before, but now I'm serious. Because Barricade actually did something useful, we can win on this turn. I just wanted to get that out of the way. It's a route map, so I did have to kill that Pegasus Knight. I just wanted to make sure that that happened before I continued proclaiming things. Rebecca sucks. Sarah also sucks, but Rebecca sucks more. Can you almost one-shot him? Oh, Sarah can reach him. How's Sarah's hit chance look on that, though? Not bad, actually. Okay. Okay, I don't want to rely on you hitting again, though. But I don't think... Yeah, I didn't think Sarah would do enough damage. Yes, we can do it. We can do this. Worst comes to worst. We have a Marcus boy in the neighborhood. Sarah gets the chip. Thank you. And then... Lowen's level 8. Maybe that's not my best plan. But at the same time, who else is going to do it? Because Urk's probably not going to hit him while he's way down with Sarah. I want Urk to try this, though. I want to make sure... Yes! I just wanted to give him the experience instead of somebody that already has a bunch. So I'm happy that worked out. And then, okay, now Lowen comes over here and busts this guy's chops. And then Oswin plants a hit on this guy, I hope. And now pretty much anybody can take him out. So it's just a matter of deciding who we want to give this experience to. I'm thinking Guy right now. But also it could be Eliwood. Wait, before we use Eliwood, let's go ahead and clean him up. I'll turn on Priscilla's animations for the next chapter just so that you can see them if you haven't before. But I don't really feel like turning them on right now. Alright, Eliwood boy. Yeah, he's got this. He's got this. He'll be fine. Alright, Eliwood, show me that level up. What the heck? While I'm upset with one stat, I'm not exactly upset because it was defense of all things. That's crazy. Alright, now we're gonna interrogate Eric. But that was the end of the chapter. Again, it's a bit more challenging than previous chapters, for sure. And that rain shows up, and that's a little annoying. But again, you get a warning for it about a turn earlier, so you can always plan for the rain before it actually shows up. Deal with it accordingly. Yeah, and then Eric spills the beans because he sucks as a bad guy. Because he suffers from FE7's poor writing. This video is definitely not getting monetized if I keep attacking FE7. Yeah, they never really... They never really, like, established why Elbert agreed. Then, yeah, they never really touched on how Elbert was convinced to go along with this plan. And that's another flaw, I think, is that we're made to believe that Elbert is this super, like this Superman almost, to his son, to Ninian and Nils, to everybody, and then they totally just gloss over the fact that he approved of a rebellion, and they don't say a word about it. Like, they just totally gloss over that fact, and they continue to treat him like he's a saint. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of that. I like the gameplay, I like the maps, I don't like the story of this game. I just don't think it's written well enough for my taste. Or well at all. And I know this and I'm only comfortable saying this because it's the cutscenes and I don't think anybody's paying attention to my voice. I'm pretty sure they skipped right through this. Right, like Hector's dialogue right here. Oh, man, they're just like, there's no way, even though it happened, that they just totally, they have a total blind spot for family. I don't like it. I understand disbelief, but they don't even ask about it when they find Elbert. Spoiler alert, they find Elbert. Sorry about... Whoops. Is that it? Almost. Right, and like over here, Eliwood is all confused and all that. I'm beating the snot out of this dead horse, but still. Like, Hector just talks him out of all reasonable doubt. They're like, Hector's like, nah, he wouldn't. And Eliwood's like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's no way. There's totally no way. Man. Okay, alright. That is the end of this part. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you next time when we tackle the Chapter 15. The Chapter 15. Like, subscribe, the whole bit. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.